Clark put his hands on his hips. When this is over, I still have to live and work here, while you get to go back to Denver. I'd like more than one term as sheriff. I'm not proud to admit it, but Schroeder's support would be good when my election rolls around. I don't know Guidry. The mayor did rattle off an impressive list of credentials. He sounds more than qualified. We all want the same thing, to save the hostages. Like I said, if Guidry turns out to be more of a hindrance than a help, I won't stand in your way of getting rid of him. In fact, I'll give him the heave-ho myself. Even if it costs you Schroeder's support come election time? Jake asked, needing to know if they could count on the sheriff. I like my job. I'm good at it, too. But I would never jeopardize a life to keep it. I'm here to serve and protect. That's all. In a situation like this, we need one person making the decisions, Jake said. A single touchstone. And that's me. No more surprises that could affect the outcome of things. Okay? All right, Clark said in agreement. The sound of Schroeder speaking to someone outside the tent had Clark looking over his shoulder. Speak of the devil, Guidry's here. I'll go grease the wheels and explain the rules to him before he comes in. The sheriff headed out. Hey, Nash said to Jake. In a town like this, the mayor carries more weight than you'd expect. Daniel is dealing with two firsts as sheriff. The first to be appointed rather than elected because the last one was corrupt. He's also the first black sheriff. He feels like he has a lot to prove, and recently he's learned the hard way how political his position can be. He abhors playing the game, but I guess he has to. From what I've seen, he's a great sheriff. Let's not judge him too harshly on this call, okay? It was difficult not to, but technically, Jake was the outsider, so he would try. Clark didn't have any issue when it came to relinquishing operational control of the situation to Jake and the task force. He seemed a reasonable man interested in doing the right thing. Jake just didn't want personality differences, especially from needless personnel, mucking things up. We've all got the same goal, Jake said. Perhaps it'll be fine. As someone entered the tent, they both turned. A tall, lean, dark-haired man strode up to the table. He seemed out of place, wearing a T-shirt and jeans, considering he was the mayor's head of security and was aware of the situation. Which one of you is Special Agent Delgado? I'm Jake Delgado, Jake said, holding his hand out. I presume you're Leonard Guidry. Leo, he said with a neutral smile, not taking his hand. Jake bristled at his rudeness, while at the same time feeling ridiculous for extending his hand in the first place. But then he quickly realized that was the point. This private contractor was someone who wanted his counterparts off-kilter from the start. Jake looked him over, sizing him up. This man was not here to be a team player. Whatever his intention, maybe try to seize control of the situation somehow, Jake didn't trust him. As soon as he got the chance, he'd have someone get a copy of Leo's supposed credentials and do a little digging. I'm Supervisory Special Agent Garner, Nash said. You understand you're not to get in the way, right? My role is to observe, advise, and watch out for the interests of the hostages, Leo said in a level, detached voice. I was told you're ready to make contact with the kidnappers. I think you should stop twiddling your thumbs and get to it. Enough time has been squandered. Sooner or later, Leo Guidry was definitely going to be a problem. Jake was betting that it would be sooner.